to the Plague Doctor of Wippra with me, Cornish-knight. In the last episode, we drew some blood. We, from a countess, we drove off a mob, and now we're trying to figure out how to get into a window. Yeah, I know, bird. So, we need to figure out how to get through. Okay, so we need something, we need to rub them down without a vinegar. You can't just burn... You just can't burn the herbs without them knowing about it, because it might be toxic. Okay. What I want to say is that the youngest son has fallen ill with the plague. Terrible, but unfortunate, not uncommon these days. The mayor ordered all the infected and their families to be sealed up in their homes. The family will be starved or be forced to abandon the child if we do not help them. What do you suggest? A basket of food left outside their window twice a week. That can be arranged. There's only one problem. The place is crawling with rats. I'm afraid the beast would get at the food before the family could. If you could take care of the rats, you could take care of the food. We could take care of the food. It's a deal. Okay, so we need to figure out a way of getting rid of the rats, which is probably burning the herb would probably be the thing to do. I want to make more vinegar. What for? The new vinegar will be delivered in a week. Sister Agatha says that we risk a flea infestation if we do not rub all the patients with vinegar. All right, take some, but put the bottle back. Okay. Okay, so we can't... Okay, so we can take the vinegar, but we have nowhere to put it in our inventory. So can we light the candles here? Exchange the candles. Beeswax candle. Okay. Can beeswax be used as a thickener? I broke the candle into pieces and added the beeswax to the oil extract. It's still not an ointment. The wax is too solid and does not mix with the oil. Let us warm it up first. The wax is melted in the water bath and mixed with the oil to form a spreadable solution. The ointment is ready. Okay. So, yeah. The family got sick at the beginning of the story. Let's get to work on you, my son. Time to cut you open. Hands, I've made the ointment. Am I going to lance the blisters now? Are you ready? Go ahead. And it's done. The ointment will soothe the flesh. Your pain should subside soon. Thank you, Dr. Keller. Okay. So we need something. She's out of it. We talked to the doctor. Sit Agatha. Okay. We still need to figure out how to get the leeches to treat her condition. Okay. Okay. So we need something to put... We need to get up there, but they won't let us pass. She doesn't like the smell of the herbs. So we need to make more vinegar, which means we need to make wine. Which needs to be made to need to find a container that we can use. We need to find a container that we can use to basically to put wine in. Chair, a warmy, sunny place. Okay. Okay. So we need a container, a bottle or something. Blood. Oh, okay. We need the blood for the leeches. Okay. Okay. Right. This is where I always struggle with puzzle games. Is there something on the shed, perhaps? Okay, so that's not going to work. Blood won't work because it's too much. I need something to apply just a little bit of blood. We need a vessel for the... Okay, we can't take the vinegar. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out... I have a theory of how we're supposed to do it. We need to find a container that we can use to put the wine in. Once we put the wine in, we can put the vinegar in to make wine vinegar. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what we're supposed to pick up. Like, what we're supposed to use to get... This is the one thing I hate about puzzle games. Because it won't let us burn the herb. Can't risk burning without knowing what it is. She won't talk to us. She says it smells bad. And we need the vinegar. We need something to put. Like, have I missed something? I'm really struggling to figure out how we're supposed to do this. No, I don't want to go for the window. We can't open it from the outside. We can't pick anything up. I really hope I haven't, like, blocked myself from being able to progress. Uh... This is one of the reasons I dislike quick adventure games, because you end up trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. It's obvious that I've missed a step in the process. Because we can't pick up... We need something to get the wine in. That is what we need. We need either a ladle or a cauldron. A broom. Like, can we interact with the broom? I really don't know how we're supposed to get around this, to be honest, and it's a bit frustrating. I'm not one... Because if it were me, I would say, like, pick up a bowl or something, or use the drill to drill through the window. But it's not working like that. A warm, sunny place, perhaps? Dry the herbs out? I really don't know how I'm supposed to get around this, to be honest, folks. Because I just, like, put it in there and it's like, I can't risk burning it without knowing what it is. The smoke could be toxic. Okay, then how do I find out what it is? Because you're not... The book's not working. She's saying it smells terrible. If I talk to her, it doesn't do anything. There's nothing I can interact with here. I mean, I don't really want to look up a guide, if I can be honest, because I always felt like cheating. But it's like, oh, you need to have, like, I need a vessel to bottle the wine. Okay, fine, but... The magpie won't be scared, I can't reach it from here. Have I used something I haven't supposed to use? That's the question. Okay, look, you're not going to let me go up there. Like, my thing would be grab the broom and scare the magpie off. But that's not going to work. Okay, 1 second, folks. Okay. I didn't want to get blocked for too long, so I wanted to know what step we had missed in the process. And it's a bit obtuse. You basically need to walk near here, and the magpie's fluttered to the other side of the shed roof. Okay. So you do that, you come in here, and then that basically is the rest of the process. A bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. Magpie has flown away, it has lost a feather. Okay, so we now have a magpie feather, which we can dip in the blood. So we then use here to basically attract the leeches. I coat the corners of the brick wall with a little blood, that will lure them out. I have the leeches. Okay, so we have the leeches. We still need something to make wine vinegar with, which we need a container. Use the leeches on her. I'm going to place some leeches on your legs now. Ina, can you hear me? The leeches will help ease your pain. Hello, quick. My servant Otto is lying outside. I dragged him here in the cart with great effort. Can you help him? I am Dr. Oswald Keller, and this is Sister Agatha. What happened? My name's Manfred. I'm a miller. Otto here works for me at the mill. As usual, the dolt's drunk too much small beer, and there's not much light in the mill. I yelled, Otto, watch out, and already he'd fallen down the stairs. Would he be all right? I'll have to take a look first. It looks bad. I had to take a closer look at his injury first. God rest your soul. I'm going down to Craft's Alley. I have to deliver some flour. Please send for me if Otto condition worsens. I need to know if I have to start looking for a replacement. I'll be back in this evening. Maybe I can take the good for nothing back with me then. Let's look at him. Injury to the head. In the case of a skull fracture, any impurities and bone splinters must be removed. Wine or vinegar is suitable for cleaning the wound. After that, a perfectly circular hole must be made with a drill. The hole should be sealed with a silver coin. The silver protects against inflammation. Greatest caution is advised. Here's the offer. I need a silver coin for surgery. I need a silver coin, a silver guilder to close up the hole in the front of the bone. Do you know where I can get one? The silver is to protect the wound from inflammation. That's its only chance for survival. A whole guilder? We care for the poor and the destitute, but we have no riches to give away. Usually the family pays for expense of this kind. Didn't the miller leave any money? Well, I don't think he knew that a silver coin would be needed for the surgery. He was going to the Crafter's Alley, wasn't he? Maybe we'll catch him there. I'm not done yet. Perhaps I still be done here. Leave him. Of course. So we have the herbs, hand drill, knife. We need to figure out something to put the vinegar in. Did Dr. Herber know anything about skull fractures? He certainly did. He was a masterful surgeon, unsurpassed in the treatment of broken bones and injuries of all kinds. You wouldn't believe how many holes he had to patch up. For such cases, he always carried a silver guilder in his pocket. He used it to close the hole in the skull. I have a patient in hospital with a head injury, but I don't have a coin. Could you give me one? Dr. Keller, such expenses are borne by the family. Even Dr. Herber always recovered his guilder from the patient's relatives after the surgery. There's nothing deposited in the hospital. Okay. Okay. Yes, we have what I think we need. Right. My rule of thumb for this is that I'm not going to let us become too stuck. If we try something and we can't figure it out, I will just glance how to progress the story slightly forward without spoiling it. Okay. Okay. I bet you're right. I better leave right now. Please keep an eye on Otto. I'll be right back soon. Don't worry, I'll look after him. Okay. There's the miller. What's going on here? God sees everything we do, hears everything we say, and knows everything we think. To those who are not free from sin and live a sacrilegious life, great suffering will come. Punish because no misdeed is without consequence, no offence goes unpunished in the eternal hereafter as well as in this world. The demon of the plague attacks the impious. He takes possession of the sinners and turns their blackness inside out. So be warned, by only an indulgence he can protect you and give you hope for God's grace. Waste no time. Buy an indulgence letter from the Roman Catholic Church, only one silver guilder. Not now, I'm trying to listen to the priest. But it's important, your man Otto. Otto, how is he? Otto is doing well, considering the circumstances. I can perform the surgery, but I need a piece of silver to close the hole in his skull. Do you have a silver coin? Well, I have exactly one guilder. But do you hear the sermon? What the priest says about the plague demon? I'm using this guilder to buy an indulgence, so the Lord will have mercy on me. So with that, I need that silver piece from you. Give me one good reason why I should give you a guilder. Do something good and help save a man's life. In times like these, it's every man for himself. I think it's better to use this coin to buy an indulgence letter instead of throwing it away on my useless servant. Let's go with that. He's your servant and you're responsible for him. I'm well aware of that. I'm also always gave him plenty to eat. I've treated him very well. Falling down the stairs drunk as a skunk, that's his own fault. I even brought that stupid donkey in a cart to your hospital. And you heard the priest. Surely Otto brought this misfortune on himself with his wickedness. Let's go with that. Otto will die if his wounds are not closed. We all have to die. The plague has already taken so many. One lazy servant or more or less, it doesn't matter. How can I convince you? You heard the priest. God's grace protects us from demons and pestilence. So I'm buying an indulgence. I don't think anything could change my mind. Let's try the herbs. Let's do a pot. A merchant attitude is rather relaxed. Greetings, sir. What would you like? What kinds of goods do you sell? Best spices this side of the River Elbe. You say this side of the River Elbe? Why? I come from Wittenberg. That's on the other side of Elbe, and that's where my husband sells. He laughs. What spices can you recommend? Savory, basil, sage, cumin, and salt. The salt is cheap right now, only 2 krauts a pound. You should be able to afford that easily. You have any pepper? Unfortunately not. I wish we could sell pepper too, laughs, but it's very expensive and we don't have many good contracts in the south. Too bad. What do you think of the sermon? What do you think of the priest's sermon? You're asking my opinion? I'm flattered. I don't believe a word of it. Well, you might not think it of me, but I'm not entirely unfamiliar with theological matters. My husband regularly debates theology with one of our most loyal customers, and his name is Martin Luther. The Reverend Luther studies the field of divine forgiveness, particularly the sales of indulgences. My husband says that these matters are beyond my comprehension as a woman. She laughs, but I love listening to what Father Luther has to say. Why is Reverend Luther concerned with the sale of indulgences? He complains that many people from Wittenberg no longer come for him for confession. Instead, they travel to neighbouring towns like Juttenberg or Zybest to buy indulgences. What is Reverend Luther's point of view? Oh, I can tell you that. The idea that the purchase of indulgences should replace confession is completely contrary to his beliefs. He believes that salvation cannot be bought. Everyone must humbly entrust themselves to the grace of God throughout their lives. Only recently he wrote 95 theses of this subject. Thank you for your interesting conversation. Tell me more about these theses. You seem to have interest in modern theology as well. Oh wait, I have a pamphlet here. Please take it. Thank you. Let's give the pamphlet to him. You again. If I can't convince you to use your silver piece to save the life of your servant, maybe the priest and scholar Martin Luther can. I have a copy of his theses. Please listen to what is written about the sale of indulgences. The Pope can only remit punishment that he himself has imposed. Let's go with that one. The Pope can only remit a punishment that he himself has imposed. Who said anything about the Pope? Lord have mercy. Leave me alone. Punishment may not be pronounced after a man's death. It doesn't concern me, I'm still alive, so leave me alone. You again. The pardoners are wrong when they say that every punishment is remitted. They're mistaken. What else does he write? The weaker the faith in God, the greater the fear of death. No one can achieve forgiveness with certainty through indulgences. Indulgences are now a net used to gather the riches of the wealthy. That's just fine with me. The ability should be made to pay for their sins, so leave me alone. Okay. But he's a pain. Yeah. No one can achieve forgiveness with certainty through indulgences. Can't they? But I thought that was the whole point. Martin Luther continues further. Whoever does not help us in need, but instead buys indulgences, incurs the wrath of God. Let's go with that. Whoever does not help a needy person incurs the wrath of God? Good Lord, here, take the guilder. I will deduct it from Otto's wages. Now I really should deliver the flour. Well then, I come back to hospital in the evening. I very much hope that my alms weren't in vain. Your servant will thank you for it. What do I see there? Hey, you there, did you just stop a believer from buying a holy indulgence? It was his own decision. His own decision? Do you think I'm stupid? Do I think I didn't notice you had talked him down? I only spoke to him about Martin Luther's theses. Luther, that heretic? Now everything is clear to me. Sacrilegious sin. I am leaving now. I have a patient to take care of. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Yeah, this is we may get lynched. Okay. Trying to drill into the man's head. That's not going to work. Okay. Front of bones is smashed in, the bone is dented. The wound must be cleaned and the bone splinters removed. I need something to clean the wound. We keep clean clothes up there in the cupboard. No cloths. Tweezers and cloth. Okay. Cloth is too dry, should be okay, it should stick to the wound, okay. First of all, make the cloth damp. Go back to him. Use a clean cloth to wipe away the blood. I hope the wound won't get infected. Many bone splinters visible. This can into the brain, so I must remove them carefully. Carefully. Okay, so they've been removed. Okay. Okay, so the hole in the bone is jagged and irregular. It can't be closed like this. I'm going to drill a circular hole now. It's going to hurt. Yep. Done. Oh, and then we put the coin in. Silver will aid healing and prevent inflammation. Done. Now it has to heal. Well, that's done. Will he pull through, says the nun? That remains to be seen. He passed out from the pain, but he's still breathing. That's the most important thing. I'll say a prayer for him. Oh, look. Irna is already much better. How is your pain, Irna? Thank you, it's much better. Without your help, the pain would have driven me mad. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. Nonetheless, few enough care about what happens to a widow, a childless one at that. Please tell me about yourself. If they hadn't taken me to the hospital, I would surely be dead by now. I was married at a young age, so I wouldn't be a burden to my family. My husband was not good to me. I couldn't give him children. When he died of dysentery, I thought my life was getting better, but I was wrong. Midwives like me are quick to be accused of witchcraft, laughed bitterly. If I hadn't come down with the plague, I probably would have faced trial as a witch by now. I'm very sorry to hear that. You were a midwife? Yes, fate has played a cruel trick on me, hasn't it? My mother was a midwife too. She taught me everything about childbirth. She also passed on the knowledge of medical herbs and their effects. Rest a little. The leeches will fall off you once they have fed. Let's ask what this is. Maybe you can help me. Do you know this herb? Yes, I know this herb well. It's Rebecca's herb. It's also called stinking crane's bill because of its terrible smell. The herb helps women with painful menses, as well as scaly skin and diarrhea. It can be used as an incense if you can stand the smell. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, now we know. There. A rat. But not for long. In the long run, only vinegar works to keep the beast away. You say that vinegar keeps the rats away? Yes, that's right. Every day my father would sprinkle vinegar in the corners of our butcher's shop to keep the critters away. We don't have rats there for years. Lately, we haven't been able to get more of the wine we used to make vinegar. It didn't take long for the shop to be swarming with rats again. Then we fell ill with the plague. Now only I am left. But the plague will not take me. I vow to reopen the butcher's shop when I am well again. What are you saying about rats and vinegar? Every day my father would sprinkle it. Right, yeah. So, how do you make vinegar? It's not difficult. Pour some wine into a bowl and add a little vinegar essence. Then all you have to do is leave it to mixture somewhere warm and ferment. My father used to put it on a bench in the sun. It fermented quite quickly there. What did your father use to sprinkle the vinegar? He always used his marinating brush. I'll do something about the rats. Okay. So we still need a bowl. We still need a bowl. She won't say anything else. Okay. This is one of the things I do dislike about puzzle games, is the fact that you have to do things in a set order. Let's talk to her. Right, she hasn't got anything more to say. Let's burn the herbs. So you'll open the window to get the smell out. Then we can go up the ladder. We have the jug, but we still need something to catch the vinegar in. Okay. That's the warm spot. But we still need a container. Okay. What am I missing? Gaisu, no. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be that. I gotta say, some of the things are a little bit obtuse. It's one of the issues I have with some puzzle clicking adventure games. It's like, oh yeah, use this leech jar to hold wine. It's like, why can't I just use a bottle? Or like a normal jug? It's like, oh no, it has to be this particular thing. It's one of the reasons I don't play a lot of puzzle games. Because some of the time, the sort of suggestions are deliberately vague. Okay, so we have the vintage. Yeah, the vinegar can ferment. I should give it some time. So we've got the brush for basically painting around. Okay, nothing else. Ooh. The problem is we did something that will have annoyed the clergy because we had Martin Luther. We basically had a pamphlet for Martin Luther, which, to be honest, was always going to be problematic. Right, we should probably paint... the hospital first. Is there anything else you need to be done? Nothing I think of. It all looks like the patient's been taken care of. So I see the family visit this morning. It's quite late. I promise I'll be back before evening. Go ahead. Okay. Use the vinegar to get rid of the rats. The person smell of vinegar has driven the rats away. The vinegar is soaking into the garbage. The rats will have to abandon their nests. Okay. Knock knock. Back. Yes, I had a lot to do at the hospital. How is little Sivan? Has his condition worsened any? No. Can you help us? I have driven the rats away. I used vinegar to drive the rats away from their nest and from the house. The critters shouldn't come back for a while. You can now open the window and let in fresh air. Fresh air will help Sivan's recovery. Thank you. We are about to suffocate in here. I bought some vinegar for rubbing. Rub yourselves with this vinegar. The vinegar will keep the fleas from biting you. These fleas will repel by the smell of vinegar just like the rats. We shall do so. The sisters will bring you food from the convent. There's one more thing. I will have to report this case of the plague. In accordance with the mayor's orders, your door will be barricaded. Wait, but no. Please do not be afraid. I spoke to the sister of the convent. Twice a week the sister will bring a basket of food and leave it outside your window. Thank God. Thank you very much. Goodbye and get well soon. I hope you make it. What are you doing here? Not only does he prevent believers from buying indulgences, but now he's desecrating religious implements. Guards! What is going on here? This man is abusing sacred instruments of the church. He did no such thing. Oh no? Then why is your holy water brush doing in your hands? I had to do it. The family has a case of the plague. I scared the rats away. Let's go with that. There is a case of plague in this family, and you concealed this? Sprinkling vinegar with holy water brush was the only thing I could do to help them in time. With reciting spells, this is witchcraft. No, nothing like that. The vinegar drives away the rats, and especially during the plague. Vinegar? Do you think you can cure the plague with vinegar? No, but I can use it to alleviate the family's suffering. I think there is a connection between the plague, the rats, and God sends the plague, God can cure it. You, Mr. Keller, are just a charlatan or warlock. There will be consequences. Indeed. I will report this incident to the mayor immediately. After the incident, I am sure my theory will not find audience here. Please verify my hypothesis. I admit it sounds bold, but if I am right, this could be the turning point. You are highly respected, and your authority will surely convince the people. Your sincerity, your student Oswald Keller. That's where he lives. The city watch. They're looking for someone. The priest is with them too. Oswald Keller, you're under arrest. Open the door. I have to get out of here. Through the window! And tie up. Okay. Grab my bag. Bed sheets are sturdy linen. Yeah, I know. Cut at the bed sheets. Cut strips. Out the window we go. They're after me. I saw they'll show up at any moment. I must hide. They died of the plague. Their skin is covered with black spots. The alley going front of the house and run back to the end. They go back there around the corner. You must have clambered down here. Let's go. I must hide. No, if the guard. I must hide. Yeah, well, it's obvious what you have to do. Where is he? Don't know, he can't have gotten out of town. The gates are locked and guarded. That was close. Basket filled with grain. Pyre of firewood. Meat pickled and brine, hung out to dry. A big bowl, it's empty. Hey, who are you? Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. My name is Oswald. What's your name? My name is Susanna. Or Susan. A beautiful name, but tell me, what are you doing here? Don't know. Did you get in there through the window too? There's nothing wrong with that. Where are your parents? She cries and cries some more. Dead. They're outside. They got sick like the others. We weren't allowed to leave the house. It got bad and we had nothing left to eat. We wanted to go to the market, but when they collapsed, they just lay there. There's nowhere to go. Oh, Susan, I am sorry. Don't you have any relatives in town? No, only my uncle and aunt in Alterod. It's so far away. Alterod, that's a day's journey from here, and it's on my way. Listen, Suzanne, I have to go out of town too. I could take you there if you'd like. Really? Yes, but we won't get out of here tonight. Let's wait until tomorrow and get some sleep. I'm going to take a look outside. All right. The gravedigger is loading the bodies to carry out of town. He's taking the plague dead out of town. If we look like plague sufferers, the guards will surely leave us alone. Okay. I have a plan. I have an idea how to get us out of town and a good distance towards Ulfdud, but you'll have to be brave. Do you understand? I just want to get away from here. If we paint black spots on our skin, I'm sure that we'll be let out of town unmolested, but I still need a disguise, or else the guards will recognize me. You need anything else? You have anything you want to take with you before we leave? I already carry everything that's important to me. A bracelet for my mother, and a flint on a leather strap my father used to wear. I'll get us out of here. Okay. Okay, so we can't go out onto the street. Maybe... Here we go. These wood chips would be easy to ignite. Chips are in the bowl. Please light the wood chips. It goes out. We grab the wood chip ash, some soot. Apply the soot. The soot marks look like plague spots on the skin. There's still some soot left. Apply it to ourselves. I painted some spots on my skin with the soot. The soot on our skin looks like right. Now hopefully the guards at the gate will keep their distance. Taking the plague victims out. Now or never. Let's take that. Guards will recognize me like this, at least for the first glance. Wait, what do you want? Oh, you two look like something the cat dragged in. Oh, so I won't take you... Are you sure I shouldn't take you away right now? Haha. Yes, take us with you. What? It was just a joke. There's certainly not much else to laugh about. No, seriously, take us with you. You think I'm going to do this for fun? I work all day, got to drag the bodies out of here. All this for a lousy crust of bread. It's just a good thing the dead ain't contagious. So why in God's name should I take you with me? We need to get out of town. Out of town, huh? Why don't you just walk out the gate? We won't make it on foot. Look at us. You look way too sick for me to want to be around. Just stay away from me. I don't want to catch anything. Don't worry. It's just a disguise. Disguise? Where are the guards? I can give you a few pennies. Money? Yes. Well, in that case, it won't be so petty. Hop in the back and act, well, unsuspicious. Oh, yeah. Looks like you've tricked the guards. I think you can take off those disguises. Now tell me, what are you wanted for? The priest is out for my blood. I'm not sure what he told the mayor, but since the guards want to arrest me, I assume the worst. Oh yes, that sounds serious indeed. These days you shouldn't mess with the church. Why are we passing the cemetery? Where are you taking the deceased? To the burial ground, of course. The cemetery has long since run out of space. Besides, only worthy leaders in the church are afraid they no longer want to hold funeral ceremonies. No proper burial, no clerical blessing. What will Susanna say? What happens to the dead? Some pits have been dug a good distance from town. I throw the bodies into an empty pit for safety's sake. I'm supposed to add slack lime. That's all there is to it. In any case, no priest has never been seen at a plague funeral. Oh no, she sobs. But they should go to the cemetery, please. Problem is, they are plague. They are contagious. So if we bury them in the cemetery... Yeah, we can't go to the cemetery. Susan, please calm down. We have to make it to Altora before night falls. But my parents... I'm sorry, but we have to keep going. I think you've taken us far enough. Please drop us off at the fork in the road. From there we'll make our way to Alterod on our own. Well then, good luck. Thank you very much for your help. Here it is, I think. Her uncle's house, finally. It's getting late. I should also find a place to spend the night. Knock, knock. A few times. Hello, Susanna. What are you doing here? And who are you? Good evening, madam. My name is Oswald Keller. I'm passing through. Susan Terence have died of plague. Don't worry. She herself did not fall ill. Oh no. It's best if she tells you everything herself. I'm looking for a place to stay for the night. You're that physician, aren't you? I've heard they're looking for you. People are saying all kinds of things about you. I can't accommodate you here. What if I change your mind with a few pennies? I don't want your money. Please, you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Yes, that's true, but who should I believe? But since you're a physician, you could look after my sick husband. I'd be glad to. Very well, and Susan, go up to the hayloft. Come in. There he is. And this is where we shall end it for tonight, lords and ladies. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been the Plague Doctor of Wippra, and I shall see you again next time. Goodbye.